Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is DRich and today is August 1st, 2022. Welcome to a new month, folks. I hope that all of you are doing well and in good spirits, good energy. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend this weekend and that you guys were able to do something fun, new, and exciting. For me, there was a couple exciting moments over the weekend for me. Being here in Nashville, being presented with opportunities to work with certain individuals and certain groups or people. That's what I was able to do. Now that I am officially licensed about a month ago with my security licenses here in Nashville, it took a little bit longer than I expected. So I will be able to work here in the state of Nashville, doing what I was doing back in California. But that's not here nor there. Other than that, I was able to, add on to my bags, and I'll talk about that here in the video today. So if you tune in and stay tuned in, and for the entire video, we'll get to that and we'll share that information with you. Other than that, met a couple individuals where we will be doing some different things with marketing and things like that for some other stuff that has nothing to do with here on YouTube. Just growing our brand here, growing the brand of the DRich Show and digital assets in general. So I will be connecting with these two individuals that I spoke to last night on some other endeavors that have always been some things that I've always wanted to do. So sometimes meeting people out in public, unbeknownst to you, those are like the exciting moments to kind of get those juices flowing again. So anyway, again, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We are back for a full slate of videos this week. The scheduling might be a little bit off because, again, never know when I have to do certain things to meet with other folks. So anyway, here is an article from Kitco. But before we get started, I forgot to tell you guys, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. All right, it helps the channel there. So anyway, this is from Kitco, as we talk about on the channel often enough to remind you about precious metals, gold and silver. Again, they are underpriced going into summer, and this is an article written by Anna Golubova, and you can go ahead and email her or give her a Twitter. Want to make sure that she's recognized for the article, allowing me to present to you today. Anyway, so if you look at the gold prices here, 1768.80 for gold, silver $20.31, platinum $905, palladium at 21.18. Okay, plus 64 on the day. So if you want, you can use this platform. You can just go to kitco.com with all this other stuff attached to it, and check their website out. And if you are interested in precious metals, you can use it. But again, I use American Precious Metal Exchange, APMEX, so that's where I go to get all of my precious metals, and they'll get them to you relatively quickly. So I'm not trying to use other platforms to do things. I try to stay with those folks who treat me well. So anyway, Kitco news: after vastly underperforming in the first half of the year due to aggressive Federal Reserve rate hikes, gold and silver look underpriced going into the second half of 2022. The severe seasonal underperformance was due to one, recession fears, crimping in demand and China lockdowns, white metals, and fears of the Fed hikes driving a stronger U.S. dollar and higher real U.S. rates, trumping inflation war risk. Gold, MKS Pimp, head of metal strategy, Nick Shields said. So again, I do think that the metals are underpriced, like gold and silver. I know that there's some issues with JP Morgan. I should have brought that article up to you guys where they are manipulating the price of silver, gold, precious metals in general. But what I would like to say on that is this here, folks, is that when they have an audit where these paper contracts or, paper gold or whatever you want to call it, they need to, see if they have what they say they have in those holdings. Then that's when you're going to see a lot of problems with some of these institutions. So if you don't know about Basel III and when it went into effect in some of the other Basels, Basel IV, perhaps Basel V, these folks are going to reap the benefits of a new market when they have what they are supposed to have. Within the last bailout, they were told, from my understanding, that they had to put precious metals in their portfolio or their holdings. And when it was time to do an audit, which they will, that's where you will see what their balance sheets look like. So again, folks, I do believe silver will be an outstanding return on your investment. It's been relatively stable for me. So again, ounces of silver, $20, $23 at the most on spot price if you go ahead and buy those. What I'd like to do with gold, I like to buy like the little grams, half grams, things like that. I like to buy small pieces of grams because the way I interpret things is that things will be fractionized, tokenized to a point where, again, you can sell a speck of gold, like just a small speck, maybe $50, $60, where wealth is actually in your hands without knowing. So again, know what you're holding, know what you're collecting, and they will, if there's roadmaps on certain exchanges that will give you the idea of what what is good for your like 401k in precious metals, if that's what you intend on doing, because at the end of the day, it's stable, it's God's money, and I do believe that we will have some sort of precious metal standard of some sort of a basket of currency. That's just my opinion, folks. So anyway, here we have the government of China tried to obtain internal information from the Federal Reserve, and this is coming from Watcher.Guru. How true this is, I don't know, and if this is any in fact true, then we have a problem. That means we are infiltrated and that we need to come to a new monetary system, because if these folks are infiltrating our networks and infiltrating the Federal Reserve and things like that, then we have security issues. A report by the GOP Senate reveals that China tried to build a network of informants inside the U.S. Federal Reserve, and as per the report published by the Republican staff members of the Senate Homeland Security of Government Affairs Committee on Tuesday, the Chinese government tried to get its hands on internal sensitive information from the Federal Reserve. I wonder what they were looking for. To achieve it, China was reported to have built a cult of insider informants inside the reserve to loot the information, but the reports, however, did not mention whether the government was successful in its mission. As the reports came out, it also caused the detention of a Federal Reserve employee. So now here, you can read the rest of the article. There's more to it. Just so we are clear, with any government, any political affiliation, whether you be left, whether you be right, whether you have no political affiliation at all, our societies have been infiltrated to manipulate us, to have these folks, how can you blackmailed, things like that. These folks are compromised by at the highest levels, okay? And we are seeing that play out geopolitically all over the place. So if you're paying attention to it, I encourage you to do so. Some things you might not agree with, some things that will kind of like blow your mind. But the more you dig, the more you research, the more you look for information, that information will it will behold you, and it will make you strong, understanding that these people don't have our best interest. And I'll say that over and over again here on the channel. So again, our governments have been infiltrated, and we will see and find out these things in short order. So again, I do believe that these entities will either go defunct, become obsolete, or be ran a little bit different under certain people or circumstances. So there you have it. I just wanted to report on that and let you know that these things are coming in the pipeline, and these are for a reason. Okay, so they are going to slow leak the news, and you have to use discernment as what is true and what is not true. Okay, so again, we'll see what's what, and they got these disinformation, misinformation campaigns, fact checkers, and things like that. If it's true for you and it's true to you, then let that be true. And if there's something that changes that, okay, and everything is subject to change, nothing is in fine print, because we are evolving. The information is evolving, and there's misdirection here and there. And we have people putting out information to kind of sway your opinion, to use propaganda, things like that. So just wanted to make sure we talked about that just real quickly, okay? Anyway, came across Twitter at Flare Finance. If you want to go ahead and give them a follow, and you can give me a follow as well, DRich5531. Really not on Twitter like that, but I am on there. If you want to give me a message, I will respond to you. That's the fastest way to get to me. If you have any questions, concerns, if you need help with anything, I'm willing to do that. Absolutely free. Okay, I'm cool with that. With the Flare Network launch on the horizon, here are the latest details surrounding the Flare Finance Dflr Airdrop, all XRPhy and FLR, including those and Flare Finance products, will be included in the snapshot and airdrop. So I don't know when this is going to be. I'm going to do a little bit more research, so I'll give you a better presentation on it in a different video. Okay, so what I want to do is dig into this, but I wanted to make sure that you guys are looking into it on your own terms in the meantime, because you might find something that I might not find. And if you are holding these assets, you are going to reap the benefits and rewards of those airdrops. Being into XRP, okay, has allowed us to come across FLR, Flare, Spark token. Okay, we're getting an airdrop, which is 1-for-1 of whatever you hold. I'm expecting a boatload of Flare, so whenever they start to dripping in those, I'm going to be excited for that. Flare has allowed me to get solo token airdrops. We also had XRPhy airdrop. We also had, what else did we get? Corium. We've also had some other airdrops like Equilibrium Games, I believe. Some others I did not get, but for the most part, folks, we're getting these free airdrops. And as you see, when they are, dropped on the platforms or whatnot, you see that we got Songbird. You can now wrap that thing and make rewards. So again, we are getting love just because we are into XRP. If you are not into XRP or wasn't into XRP at the time of these announcements, you still have an opportunity to get these future airdrops. We don't know what they are. But if you hold XRPhy, I hold XRPhy. I don't hold a lot of it, but I hold enough of it where I will be getting an airdrop. So again, folks, I'm going to do a little bit more research on this. I'm going to make sure that we are anticipating these airdrops, not really expecting them, but anticipating them, so that we can prepare ourselves. You can buy Flare, Spark token on Bitrue. You can do XRPhy as well, and I'm pretty sure Dflr will be added on that exchange soon or later. And I'm pretty sure there will be an airdrop because you hold Dflr. So do your due diligence. If you like future money, there you have it. Okay, do your due diligence. Continue to accumulate and acquire certain assets. I don't know what the ratio will be. We'll look at that as well, but most definitely you will be getting some free airdrops. Okay, there's no risk. Okay, they're giving it to you for free. What is the risk? Okay, so at the end of the day, if it doesn't pan out, it just doesn't pan out. But I do believe these are long-term deals, and I do believe that they are building something fabulous and something really great. So there you go. I was going over this here on Peaksy.com. Inflation begins to strain the finances of young, low-income Americans. I'm pretty sure that this is worldwide. Okay, this is real quickly. I just want to go over this because sorry, my eyes is itching. Anyway, what I want to say about this is that it's really important for whether you are left, right, independent. It doesn't matter. Those things to me are out the door. Okay, because we all have these things in common. Don't fuck with our kids. Don't fuck with our money. When gas prices are high, when food prices are high, and things like that, and we are paying a higher price on money that we've already been taxed for over and over again, then we all have a problem. It doesn't matter if you're young, you're old, middle-aged, or anything like that. It matters because now we are all feeling the pinch. Now, some of these folks who are younger, they believe that making $15 an hour or so at McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatnot doesn't have a problem. It doesn't have anything to do with inflation. Then you need to go back and understand that the higher the prices that you get paid, okay, the higher, the less work you're going to get, okay, because they're not going to be able to afford it. They don't want to afford it because guess what? You're taking from their bottom line. These folks are greedy. All right. So again, folks, if you are thinking about McDonald's or whatnot, and think that those are going to help you, think again, because again, McDonald's, I would say, in the future, listen to me, will no longer exist. McDonald's, Starbucks, Home Depot, some of these things, some of these places, they will no longer exist in short order. And we are starting to see that as we are starting to see the independence of like food trucks or whatnot, or mobile delivery, things like that. Some of these folks are going to go out of business. And if you like McDonald's, might as well eat it up while you can, because it ain't going to be here that long. So anyway, folks, if you are feeling the crunch and you're young, the only thing that I can suggest to you is it took me a while to learn about finance or money or how it worked. I can only encourage you to learn. Take one day at a time. Pick up a book. I can only suggest starting with Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book really set me on a track or a road to becoming better with finance. So if you're young, start day by day. It's going to take time. And I would say if you are able to, $10, $20, put it to the side, put it in a book, put it in an envelope, hide it, keep it away from yourself, fight the urge, or buy some digital assets, hold them on for dear life, and come back to it in 2-3 years and see what that $10, $20 has made you. And then you will find out that there's a different way, there's a different system, there's an opportunity for you to become your own bank. So I encourage you to daily, and even the older folks, middle-aged folks, same thing. It takes time, and I'm still learning as well. Okay, there's mistakes that I still make. Okay, after even being investing in about 5 years now. It's been about 5 years. Okay, I've seen the highs, the highest of highs, and surely the lowest of lows. And we are still here. And if you can make it through that, you can stomach all of that. I promise you, folks. I promise you, you will begin to have this idea that you can do any fucking thing. You know what I mean? So do those things. Be consistent. Being consistent. Continue to put information in your brain. Don't think that you know it all, because again, there's still so much more to learn. and understand, I encourage you to read those books. So there you have it, folks. I wanted to make sure we talked on that. I know this is not your typical video. I'm not a typical type of guy anyway. So I'm going to do totally different things than the norm. I'm going to talk about other stuff that's important. I think that's important. And again, as you see this guy right here in this thing, since I'm looking at it, make sure you're doing your shopping, okay? Dollar cost average into your home item goods. I can see some matches right here of some sort, maybe, possibly. Make sure you have those lighters, candles, all of that. Lighter fluid, wood, you name it. You need those things. Propane, if you can have gasoline on the side. Generator, make sure you got your non-perishable food items. And again, if you are interested in becoming your own gardener or making your own garden, do those things. Go to Home Depot before they go out of business. Lowe's, even Walmart now, or some of these places, they're starting to sell seeds again, so you can do your own farming or whatever. So there you have it. Do those things and you'll be just fine. Anyway, here's the CoinGecko.com for the coin market cap for today. We'll go ahead and give that a refresh, see where we're at right now. Bitcoin dominance 39.5, 17.7 for Ethereum. Bitcoin $23,201.28. It did reach it went over 24,000, almost 25 there. Ethereum 1656.94 there. As we can see, USDC dropping off a little bit of funds off the market cap. It did shave some, $54.3 billion market cap, while BNB at number 5, 284.66. Our beloved XRP, 37 cents there. It did go up to 40 cents over the weekend. But again, use caution when entering into the market, exiting the market. Okay, sometimes there's great opportunities to make some good money. If you are looking to make a flip, these are the times to do so. And if you want to take the profit, park it to the side. Some of these prices will go down. So you just took 3 pennies off of 40 cents, and then now you can add a little bit of more XRP to your bags because you sold it at the top. Say, for instance, if you have bought $100, took some profit, took that, sold it all. Now you can come back into the market. Now you have a little bit more XRP in your bag. Cardano, 51 cents. Solana, 41.96. Polkadot at number 10, $8.38. And what I was able to do over the weekend, I added more WattsPay, WTK, into my portfolio. And again, I bought close to 10,000 of those, and what I paid 40 something bucks. So again, you're getting a great digital asset on the cheap. And what I like to do is I like to look at my portfolio. I like to see how many I have, okay? And what I like to do is see how much that value is. So like, for instance, when WattsPay went up, I took a lot of profit and I reduced my position. Now that it's lower, I have a greater position than before. So this is just the way you got to learn to do it. Dogecoin, 6 pennies. And again, these are some assets that I'm loading up on. So when they go up, I can take a good significant portion, and I'll still have a great significant portion of these digital assets in my portfolio. AVAX, 23.59. What else do we have? Litecoin, 59.39. And these are the assets that I go over that are actually in my portfolio. I was able to capitalize on getting over 3,000 XDC in the portfolio. I'm at a point where I'm almost at my goal. So we're trying to meet that goal as well. Stellar, almost 12 cents there at number 29. Even at these prices, there still opportunities to accumulate. Nothing went parabolic. Nothing went crazy. Nothing got out of control where you're messing up or screwing up your dollar cost average. Algorand, almost 34 cents, 33.9 at 32. Filecoin. Here's what I want you to understand. When Filecoin was like 5 something, I do believe it will go back down there. It probably won't go too much lower than maybe $6 or $7. I kept telling myself, get that Filecoin, load up on it, and it went up to maybe about $10 and some change. And again, never second guess yourself. Always know what you're thinking when you are looking at the charts and when you're just looking at everything in general. Filecoin, try to get you some, 10, 20 of them. They're not that cheap. I mean, they're not cheap, but they are cheap enough for you to reap the benefits when the price continues to go up. And I do believe Filecoin will be one of those ones. Flow, we'll continue to add on to our position. Over the weekend, we did add, I think, 20 more of these, or something like that, 15, 16 or something like that, to be exact. So we're we're on our way to 500. Sometimes it just takes time to get to where you need to get, but you don't want this price to get too high where you're chasing it now. So again, do your due diligence with that V-chain. 2 pennies, still at a buying opportunity there. Hedera, H-bar, 7 pennies. Again, I'm going to get into some sandbox, maybe not a whole lot, but we will be getting into that. Quant 103.83, EOS 131, not a whole lot, but we will be getting some of those. IOTA 33 cents, great buying opportunity there. And there was another one that I got, some more assets that I got. Oh, I bought over 1,000 Stellar this weekend, XLM. So again, do your due diligence. I'm trying to build up my decent wallet with all of these assets that I'm mentioning. Cello, I would be buying that on the come up, okay, and I will flip that. So again, I will tell you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do, but I will tell you what's in my portfolio, what's long term versus what's short term. If there's prices that appreciate, then we want to look at that as well. So anyway, QTM 407. Don't chase that too much. If it gets to $5, I won't add any more, but we do have a good position in QTM now that the price has gone lower. XDC, 2 pennies, almost 3 pennies. There you have it, folks. I'm just going to stop right there. You guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Okay, we've gone over these things over and over again, ad nauseum, and sometimes I think that you guys might think I'm a little bit OCD. Possibly I am. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's content, today's video. Hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel and you enjoyed the channel for the first time. Appreciate it. Share it on your favorite social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, you name it. You can share it, TikTok, I don't know. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. But anyway, have a great rest of your Monday. We'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff and more content, and hopefully we can get better with these videos and I can show a little bit more of my personality as I'm doing them, so you can see a different side of me that we haven't yet experienced together. So anyway, I want to make sure that I show you guys all the love and continue to tune in. Thank you. Other than that, folks, God bless, take care, and as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.